Welcome to Wicked Darkness, Johnny's survival guide to the end times. This is a full audio reading of the book released in episodes. I made this free so it's easy to follow and so you don't get distracted from the message. Enjoy.
Wicked Darkness, Johnny's survival guide to the end times. Chapter 6 Part 1, Beta testing for the beast, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Revelation 13:17. Warning. This chapter might offend both your red hat and your blue bumper sticker, because the beast doesn't care who you voted for. The mark is coming, and you've been trained to want it. You might remember hearing whispers back in the 80s maybe, from a cassette tape sermon or a late-night prophecy book, about a cashless society, a one-world government, and a global system where no one could buy or sell without permission. You probably laughed, or maybe you believed it but figured it was a long way off, like jetpacks, moon colonies, or microwave ovens that didn't cook your brain if you stared at your hot pocket too long. Fast forward to today. We're not speculating anymore. What used to sound like tinfoil hat fiction is now public policy, openly pitched in boardrooms, passed in parliaments, and beta tested on live humans. You lived through it. Cash was sidelined. Privacy was erased. Obedience was repackaged as virtue for the greater good. Digital IDs, vaccine passports, biometric scans, all normalized. Still think this is just tech progress? You're not paying attention. Every website gives you a cookie. And no, it doesn't come with a glass of milk. Your phone listens, your TV watches. Your fridge might be smarter than your neighbors. Definitely smarter than their kids searching how to hit a vape pen without coughing. You're not surfing the web, you're trapped inside the game. And you're not the player. You're the product, the Constitution, still hanging on the wall like a museum relic. The legal system, propped up like Weekend at Bernie's. You don't live in a republic anymore. You live in an oligarchy with Wi-Fi and next-day shipping. And all it's going to take is one more crisis, one more scripted disaster of epic proportion, one more prepackaged emergency with a global solution. 2020 wasn't just a pandemic. It was a prototype, a dress rehearsal for the real system. Because the mark of the beast won't just control your money, it'll demand your allegiance. And here's the part most people still miss. It won't be forced at first. People will choose it. They'll welcome it. So before you roll your eyes and say, "That'll never happen here," just remember, they said the same thing in 1986. And now you're reading this on a device that tracks everything you do, with a phone in your pocket that knows everywhere you go, and a bank card that logs every purchase, while AI models comb your voice, face, and keywords in real time, all in a world that's begging for anyone to take control. Buckle up. It's closer than you think. Why? It's simple. Mankind has proven we're not trustworthy. And heaven's watching. We're closer to the end than most realize. Even the world's scientists see it. They've set the global doomsday clock to 89 seconds to midnight, the closest it's ever been. And it's not just nukes they fear anymore. They're terrified of what's coming and what we've become. Yeah, they know mankind's time is running out. The Savior versus the Punisher. Two sides of the same delusion. Marvel not that Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. 2 Corinthians 11:14. If you still think this was all just politics, you've been duped. Trump and Biden weren't enemies, they were engineered opposites. Yin and yang, black and white. Two Masonic chess pieces on the same global board. And people picked sides like it was heaven versus hell. But it was just hell versus hell, wrapped in red, white, and blue. Trump was the Messiah to millions. He fights for us. He's against the deep state. He's God's anointed. Trump was hailed as the man who made it all possible again. Jerusalem is Israel's capital. The embassy moved. And momentum for rebuilding the third temple. Modern Israel's religious elite were practically singing, "Make the Sanhedrin great again." But if Trump was their Messiah figure, why was his biggest win in his first term fast-tracking Big Pharma's miracle jab, Operation Warp Speed, billions handed to Pfizer and Moderna? And what did he call it? A miracle. He bragged about it like he was coming down from Mount Moderna with a new set of gold tablets engraved by Pfizer. And now he's back, louder, sharper, even more chaotic. First it's tariffs, then no tariffs, then more tariffs. Wait, we've got a deal. That's not indecision. That's strategy. It's distraction. Classic sales technique. Shake the buyer, shift the anchor, then close the deal. Trump creates chaos like he's flipping a property. Tear it down, call it a dump, then rebuild it as the dream home, with his name on the mailbox, complete with Formica countertops that people swear look like courts. And guess who he brought in as the new contractor? Elon Musk, the globalist golden boy with a black MAGA hat, playing the part of a libertarian rebel taking a chainsaw to the system. Well, Trump broke it down. Musk has built the infrastructure, satellites, surveillance, Starlink, digital ID, Neuralink, X Media, all mainly government funded. You gotta love those carbon credits. It's all free speech cosplay with back-end censorship. Once Elon's chaos quota was filled, he got launched right back into orbit where he came from. Like everything the devil uses, even billionaires are disposable in Babylon. It's not a coincidence. It's a controlled demolition of the old world, and you're watching it live. The golden age being reborn as our new and improved upgraded cage. Meanwhile, Biden played the tyrant. My patience is wearing thin. Remember that gem? Threats, job losses, shaming, full-blown medical fascism. And while Biden played the tyrant on TV, most people were asking who's running this joint. The man couldn't finish a sentence, let alone a press conference. Even Hollywood got spooked. By the time the 2024 trailers started rolling, they already had a replacement lined up. That wasn't leadership. That was a puppet show. And when the strings got tangled, the handlers behind the curtain just swapped him out. If you needed proof that this isn't about politics but power, there it is. 2 characters, 1 script. And here's the reality. They both took the jab we were told. They both pushed it. They both played their roles. One selling compliance through fear, the other through flattery. The enemy doesn't care if you trust a tyrant or a savior so long as you don't trust God. That's misdirection, a classic magician's trick. Get you looking left while he sets the stage on the right. Satan isn't stupid. He just needs you distracted. Well, we argued over masks, mandates, and mRNA. We forgot about Wuhan. Forgot the NIH was funding gain-of-function research. Forgot about Event 201, the pandemic simulation just months before the real thing. And we ignored ID 2020. Not a drill but a real-world agenda. To give every human on Earth a digital ID by 2030. Forgot about everyone's favorite billionaire Bill Gates on stage predicting it all. Like a prophet in a sweater vest, fresh from swatting mosquitoes in the Amazon. The timing wasn't a coincidence. It was a setup. Even Vanity Fair, not exactly Conspiracy HQ, admitted that scientists were combining bat DNA with human cells in a Wuhan lab. And nobody batted an eye. Pun absolutely intended. This wasn't some cosmic oopsie. This was architecture. A global illusion scripted to divide the masses and prep them for the next act. Here's the reality if you just look a little closer at the game board. One camp wants America swallowed up into global governance. The other wants America to run the world. Different slogans, same beast. Both paths lead to Babylon. It's like one of those choose-your-own-adventure books, except every road leads to the same final chapter. The feet of iron and clay. The final kingdom. Before the raw cut without hands shows up. You're not escaping prophecy. You're just choosing your flavor of deception.
Hey, thanks for listening. You've just heard an episode of Wicked Darkness, Johnny's survival guide to the end times. If you want to read along or dive deeper, go to wickeddarkness.com. It's also available on Kindle and in paperback on Amazon. If this helped you, share it with someone who needs it, someone who's stressed, questioning things, or sensing that something in the world just isn't right, someone who can feel that something is off. Have them listen. Subscribe to follow the full series. It's free. People keep waiting for the wicked one to arrive. What they don't understand is this: he's already here. I told you I was a salesman, so yeah, here's the pitch. If you've ever thought about earning money online, but you don't want to deal with those algorithms and you want something simple, something different, check out freaksites.com. Take a few minutes, look through the site. You'll get it. It's a different model. You create listings, you tell stories, and you get paid for participation just by sharing the platform with others. No expiration, no gatekeepers, freaksites.com.